day today. It's a tough day. Ozzy the other day, Hulk Hogan today, the immortal Hulk Hogan. This guy's supposed to live forever. It's one of those, like, I'm not the type of person that gets like every time a celebrity passes away or something like that. Like, I'm not that guy. I'll just be like, if it's a musician, it's like play a couple of their songs, and be like, yeah, rest in peace. You know what I mean? Like, this one's tough. This is tough because I was born in 1977. Hulk Hogan was the 80s and the early 90s. Like when I was a little kid, there was only 3 or 4 stations. We didn't have cable TV until I was probably 7 or 8, maybe. Like, we had regular TV, and watching wrestling and watching Saturday Night Main Event with Hulk Hogan and Roddy Piper and Paul Orndorff and the Giant, and like that was the thing to do back when I was a little kid. So this is a tough day with Hulk Hogan passing away today. It's one of those things where it's like you just see your childhood just melting away, and it's like, God, it's a tough day because it's like like you're like dropping the leg drop on my brother and wrestling with my brother and acting like I was Hulk Hogan or Randy Macho Man Savage off the top rope. I mean, that's what we did as the little kids. So it's like when you got something like this, who's larger than life, who's the big kahuna, that is as big as he was, back then. And then if you ask people who Hulk Hogan is today, everybody knows who Hulk Hogan is. Like, he was a global phenomenon. Like, he was the first. He was the epitome of basically the Beatles, but for wrestling. He was the epitome of Elvis for wrestling. And he was one of the first major stars. And I don't know if he's the one that did it first or if Andre the Giant did it first as far as being in movies, because I know he was in Rocky too. As Thunder Lips. He was in the Rocky movies. And then I know Andre the Giant was in one of the other movies. I can't remember off the top of my head. I want to say Never Ending Story, but I don't think it's 100% Never Ending Story. Anyway, but he was the guy, and everybody wanted to be like Hulk Hogan. I'm wearing my Hulkamania t-shirt today in honor to Hulk Hogan. I went to he's got surf shops, Hulk Hogan surf shops. He has one in Clearwater, Florida. He has one in Orlando, and then I heard that they opened one in like Tennessee somewhere, like Gatlinburg or something like that. I haven't been to that one, but I went to the one in Clearwater, and I was hoping he was going to be there when I was there, but he wasn't. I talked to one of the guys that worked there, and he's like, "Yeah, Hulk goes in here all the time. He's just not here like today." I'm like, "Great, I'm here today." So I never got to meet him. You know what I mean? But it's one of those sad days. So it's like, you know what? I'm going to stream, kind of just pull out my feelings a little bit because, like I said, he was a big deal. He's a big deal to me as a little kid, And it's one of those days. It's sad. So I wanted to get on here, just kind of say a couple quick things about Hulk Hogan, and WrestleMania 2, where Andre the Giant let him slam him in the middle of the ring. That happened about 2 hours from where I live. So it's like, wrestling has been a big deal, especially from a little kid from a small town in Michigan. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's crazy. Like I said, I'm not the type of person that gets emotional about celebrities, but like I said, this one hurts. This one hurts a lot. Calling people brothers and everything else, like, yeah, give a leg drops to your actual brother. So yeah, it's one of those. It's a hard day, and I thought Ozzy was hard because I was never a huge Ozzy fan, but there was, Black Sabbath was awesome. I love Black Sabbath, and then some of Ozzy's early stuff as a solo artist, it was okay to me. This is a big blow. This is huge. This is huge. So, what is kind of your memory trash of Hulk Hogan? Did you watch him when you were a little kid? Because I remember watching him when I was a little kid on TV, Saturday Night's Main Event, Hulk Hogan going against Roddy Piper and Brutus Beefcake and all these guys. It's just it's a really, really tough day today. And we were going to do a wrestling show on Saturday or Sunday. We're still going to do it. We were going to talk about wrestlers in movies and acting. and of course Hulk Hogan's gonna be in it, but then all of a sudden he passed away, and I was like, God, I gotta say something. I gotta at least get on for a few minutes and just reminisce about Hulk Hogan and yeah. So yeah, it's a pretty crazy day today. Like I'm trying to like I work from home, so I work at tech support. So I'm trying to like hold it together. Like, you want tech support? My childhood is getting destroyed at the moment. So you want some freaking tech support? So, but yeah, it's pretty crazy, and they'll probably ding me for his theme song or whatever. But that was one of the original theme songs. Like it got better and better as he went and was more popular and stuff. But that was one of the early ones where they were showing like all this America stuff. And I remember Desert Storm. I remember that as a little kid. It's like, yeah, my childhood is completely tied to Hulk Hogan. And yeah, it's a sad day today. Sad day today. Let me pull up. Let's see here. Let me get rid of some of these advertisements. Let's see here. Oh, come on now. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with this. We'll get rid of that. Okay, so new details on Hulk Hogan's death revealed after serious medical issue. From what I understand, is nice house. Look at that house. That's beautiful. From what I understand, he lived in Clearwater like forever. Obviously, he probably had little homes here and there. If he's traveling or whatever it is, but that like I heard he lived in Clearwater most of the time. So it says wrestler Hulk Hogan's death Thursday following serious medical incident came after his friends and family tried to basically get in touch with him as his failing health. And there's been a lot of talk about Hogan having medical issues, but there's a lot of people out there that don't like Hulk Hogan and hold what he said during a sex tape against him. Like, number one, he won a lawsuit basically saying that you can't just film me without any permission, and he won that lawsuit. So like it was BS to begin with. It was somebody trying to get money out of him. And so from what I understand is he went in for a medical procedure a couple weeks ago, and then there was reports that he was having problems with his heart, and then all of a sudden this came out this morning that he had passed away. It says wrestling megastar died at 71 after an hour of medics response in Clearwater, Florida. The initial 911 call is at 10 a.m. was for cardiac arrest, according to TMZ. Hogan was experiencing a serious medical-related issue, the Clearwater Police Department told reporters during a brief press conference of his death. Anybody that is a Hulkamania, a Hulkamaniac, Hulkamania, whatever, that had to have been a tough call to go to. And they probably knew him because of him being in the area. And he's had medical issues in the past. So some people probably knew him personally, but it's Hulk Hogan. Like how that would have been a tough call to go to, where you got one of your childhood heroes laid out. You know what I mean? So that's definitely a difficult pill to swallow. That's why I could never go on. Like I worked security years ago in a hospital. And I couldn't do it because it's just like there's a lot going on. You see people in bad shape. You see people dying. Like I couldn't do it. Like I'm a weepy idiot. Like I'm just like, no, what are you doing? Go over there. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't do it. Like I'm too much of a weepy softy. Don't let this big exterior fool you. I'm a softy when it comes to stuff like that. Okay, so says media covering Hulk Hogan's death outside of his house in Florida. And then that was with him at the Republican National Convention. Like he looked like he looked like he felt pretty good. I don't know. He could have been drugged up. He could have been whatever, they got him ready for an appearance or whatever. Hogan was taken to a nearby hospital, but he died at 11:17 a.m. No official cause of death was revealed, though officials confirmed foul play. Officials confirmed foul play was not suspected. Hogan undergone 25 surgeries and had health problems with steroid use and repeated punishing his sustained during 40 years in the ring. Yeah, there's multiple videos where he talks about like my shoulder's fake, my legs are fake, my knees fake, this fake. He had like I want to say like 20 surgeries on his back or something. That's crazy. Chances are he probably didn't have any back muscles left. That's absolutely freaking nuts. And then it said, but his death left many wondering about recent rumors of Hogan was on his deathbed or even paralyzed in a coma, which began swirling after a former friend made the claims on a radio show last month. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, bro, like you can have concern for your friend, but it's like to put that on blast where it's like I'm sure he didn't want his medical history out in the world. So it's kind of like that's kind of messed up that the person's just like, oh yeah, Hogan's doing shitty and he's on his deathbed. Like I would kind of have a wait and see attitude and concern for my friend, but I wouldn't put it on blast, And then it says Hulk Hogan signing autographs. Fanatics Fest in New York City. Let's see here. Police car outside of Hogan's house. So yeah, Hogan's house is right here. Hulk Hogan strikes a pose July 2nd, 2025, just weeks before his death. He is, I mean, his face is looking a little thin right here. Like, he looks like Hulk, but yeah, he's definitely looking a little thin and his face is looking a little thin for sure. That's how I remember Hulk right there. Back in the day. Hogan's doing well. He can't speak. His trachea or whatsoever damage, he's having problems. It does not look good, the radio host said. Clem adding that the precautions were being taken to keep the public from seeing Hogan's state. I wonder if it was Bubba the Love Sponge that had said that, because Bubba the Love Sponge and him were friends over the years. So it could have been Bubba. It's still not, I don't know, it's still messed up that he just kind of put his business out there, Those stories are frail. Were a far cry from the male American saw just a year ago at the Republican National Convention in New York City, where Hogan roared out a rousing speech, tore his shirt off while endorsing Donald Trump for president. But the rumors were also only the latest tales of trouble surrounding Hogan's death. As the height of his wrestling popularity in the 80s, Hogan became embroiled in scandal over steroids use. Hogan initially denied the allegations that he took the drugs, but later owned up to it. Well, I mean, back in the day, it wasn't taboo as a wrestler. So it's like, it's the same thing with Major League Baseball, where, Major League Baseball eventually made it illegal to use performance-enhancing drugs. But before that, it was fine. So it's kind of the same thing. Is there was a whole legal battle with Vince McMahon and drug use, and somebody was trying to say that McMahon was offering or was giving drugs to the wrestlers, which was 100% incorrect. It was all medically done. There wasn't like backdoor deals for steroids. It was all medically done because they have to be in top physical conditioning to wrestle like that and to basically throw their body at stuff. So it's like, you can't make backroom deals and then all of a sudden you're doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Just, like, come on, like, be realistic here. Says Hulk Hogan giving a headlock to Tony Atlas in the ring. That's pretty cool. He also opened up his toll his career took on his body. He had endured 25 procedures, including 10 on his back. Facial operations from being kicked, knees and hip replacements, and abdominal. I can't even say it. Shoulder surgeries. Hogan told Muscle and Health 2023. The recoveries were so debilitating at times, particularly from his back operations. That is one thing that I never want to do. I never want to get back surgeries, and I never want to get knee surgeries. Like cut the shit off, because it's like I've heard that if you go down that rabbit hole, you're going down that rabbit hole a lot, because they have to go in there and clean it up, and they have to go in here and do this, and they have to worry about the muscles and the tendons and the fibers and all kinds of stuff. I heard it's not good to have either your knees or your back done. He had it done at least 10 times. So that's pretty nuts. I had doctors writing me prescriptions after prescriptions, and all of a sudden it became a vicious cycle. Hogan said it got to a point where I recovered from the 10 back surgeries, and the pharmacy would call me and say, your prescriptions are ready, like a dog chasing a bone. That's wild. Hogan also found himself struggling to control his drinking at times. He eventually quit booze and pills altogether in 2023 and was baptized with his wife in December of that year. See, that's the thing, is like this is pretty kind to Hogan. But there's going to be some reports out there about bashing the shit out of him after the man's passed away, which is bullshit. Absolutely bullshit. So yeah, it's definitely a tough day. Tough day for fans of entertainment, fans of wrestling, fans of being a Hulkamania when you're a little kid. You know what I mean? Like, all together, your child has not it sucks, because it seems like every year that just like one little feather from your childhood just gets plucked. Somebody passes away, somebody does this, and it's just yeah. It's no good. No good at all. No good at all. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and just kind of give my thoughts about Hogan, and it's a sad day. I'm gonna go over to VTM reviews. I think he's live streaming at 7:30, so it's literally in about 6 or 7 minutes. I'm gonna go over there and yuck it up with those guys. So thank you everybody for watching, and liking and subscribing, and BSing about pop culture and wrestling and actors, and like that's the stuff that I love. I love writing. I love expressing myself. I love using my creativity to make movies. Like that's where I love doing. And memories like this, even though it's a sad day, it's a good memory to have. Somebody like Hulk Hogan as a hero when you're a little kid. You know what I mean? And like I said, I got my Hulkamania t-shirt on. So I like 84. I was 7 years old when the official Hulkamania came on. So it was a big deal to me. It was like it's like Paul McCartney dying or Elvis dying. I mean, it's that big. So thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate the heck out of everybody that watches my stuff. And yeah, if you want to go over to BTM reviews, I'm going to go over there and yuck it up with them. But thank you everybody for watching, and we'll see you Sunday. We're going to talk about wrestlers and acting. Of course, we got to talk about Hogan, baby. All right, later.